Okay, welcome to the session. Today's session will be on Photoshop, and before that, I will take up some of the basics in graphic designing. So, little about myself. Myself, Kanishk. I'm the head of media and content IEEE. Basically, I have an experience in design and animation for more than 3 years. Once after my schoolings, I started working with the tools. So my area which I'm good at are UX and graphic design. In past time, I just do 2D animation just for my own stuffs. So the tools I'm good at are Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma, and After Effects. So these are my go-tos and most Adobe creatives I work on, and that's all about myself. And these were my some of the works. Like I have done some of the freelance projects that are not to be shared among to the open. So that's why the one I work with in campus. These are some of the works that I worked for, and so yeah, what is graphic design? It's more of a something which is a visually appealing poster, which was previously it was paintings. Now we call it graphic designing, which just delivers something of a good message, and it's out of creativity. So three fundamentals of layout and creativity and message what it delivers. So layout is something like the composition and the arrangements that you use on the canvas, like how do you efficiently use the canvas, that's the like layout and composition techniques. So creativity as like graphic design is all about creativity, so you just need to deliver a message which is of textography like type. So you just need to make it a pictorial form. So that's how graphic designing works, and you just need to be creative for that. Which is like I basically do minimal designs, so that is why less is more. So whenever you like go for a minimal design, that delivers a effective message. Like adding up elements to the posters won't be that great, and it makes the user one like the audience more of a confused state. So less is more. That's the main go-to, and message. That's what how it goes to the uh, user end. So the audience, how they feel about the poster. That's how the like these are the three fundamentals of graphic design, and the basic fundamentals, which is like yeah within like graphic design. So first it will be the typography, of course. Uh, One is like the hierarchy, the how you just place the type, text and fonts you use over the posters. So that's the main thing that to be considered when you design. So these are typography is a like it's something more of a complex thing only. There are like more rel- explained videos for it. Even I'm just learning that things. So whereas you can see like letter spacing, cap, height, x height. Even I don't know these stuffs, but something you just need to be clear of is something the placements, the text placements and the font usage that you use. Sorry, and the fonts which I prefer using will be Google fonts only. Like I'll be explaining about you about that later. Next up will be the color theory. So in school days we would have no uh, thought about color theory, which is primary, secondary, and tertiary. So that is not alone the color theory. Color theory is it's again a whole of a new chapter. So the basic things will be these are shades of it. So something how do you use the colors, complementary colors or something which is contradictory to each other, and analogous is more of a similar color palette. So like a blue, whereas you can see a blue, green, and light green. So these goes together. These is analogous, and there are similar things and more of a color theory things uh, you can come up, but these are the most used ones in the industries and by the graphic designers and as well as UI UX designers. So colors are the next thing, and next up will sorry, I haven't changed the template. What people say about me, like forgive me for that. And consistency. So Consistency is like something cohesive and unified. So you keep it more of a very consistent throughout the design. That's what. Like as you see the IEEE post, which we like do it from MNC end. So it's uh, more of a carousel thing. So which is more consistent throughout our social medias. So as you open up our social platform like the profile grid, so it would be like more appealing when it like consistent throughout. So that is one key, and other one will be the visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy is the balance between the elements that you use. So hierarchy is something the heavy fonts when it comes to font or typography. Visual hierarchy is something which is a heavy font should be used. The bold one should be the in top thing, and next thing next will be like semi bold, and next will be the medium and the something. So it should be in a hierarchy way, so people understand which is the more uh, strong one over there. That's what visual hierarchy is. And white space is something uh, the using of negative spaces. Negative spaces is like null space. So you cannot put every element like whatever you feel that it should be on the poster. You should not like throw everything on the poster. That is not a uh, good one. So that's why you want to use negative space. That's called white space in graphic design term. And end user is like the audience, who is your target audience, or like who is your user, is the end user. So that's what, and nothing else. So these are the some of the fundamentals and of graphic designing. So any doubts till now or something? Hello? No. Okay. Cool. Then anyone else you have any doubts or something? These are like it's a brief thing. So if you want it to be a more of a clear way, then I can have it or as an another session. But today is solely for Photoshop, so I cannot take time for that. That's why I'm just rushing. Is it clear? Hoping that's clear. Let me like start with the uh, Photoshop. So yeah, this is the Photoshop. Let me like this is Photoshop. This is the home page. Okay, basically. So Photoshop is a tool which is an industry level tool. As you guys know, it's uh, like spoken all over when it comes to like design itself. Like people will be like asked whether you know Photoshop. So Photoshop is a basic like an alphabet or something. So it's a basic tool that every designer should know. So Photoshop is like it's a pixel based tool. So we got another tools also, something like from Adobe itself, so which is also used for graphic designing, which is called Illustrator. It's more of a vector based. So what is the difference between pixel based and vector based? Pixel based is something as like it says it's based on pixels. So when you just open something, let me open this actually. Yeah, can see like these are individual pixels made up a whole image. So these are pixel based. So whereas the Illustrator, it's more of a vector based, which is made up of lines, and you can just work on each line, each pixels. That is what uh, Illustrator is for. So these are the basic difference between the Illustrator and the Photoshop. So let me take through the whole UI. So this is the home page. So where you like land up when you just install after installing Photoshop. You can see this is just a home. So let's start with creating a new file. So which you can do by clicking new file, or if you want to work on an existing file that you just downloaded from some like somewhere, then you just click open and the same goes like wherever the source destination is, you just go open. So that's like existing for the existing file, you just give open. Whereas for the new, like when you're gonna create, so it's gonna be a new one. So that is where like go for new file. So once after giving a new file, you will be like given a dialog box where it's basically giving you like uh, the canvas size which you will be working on. So we will be working on something for the Instagram. We would be working in 1:1, which is the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is something uh, like the canvas size. So 1080 divided by 1080, it's one. Okay, so it's it's one. So whereas this is 1:1 aspect ratio. Whereas for the stories, we would be using 1080, that's the width, and 1920. Okay, this aspect ratio is of 16:9. So that is the aspect ratio, that is we call aspect ratio. So for now we'll just create a something, a square post, something like hackathon post or something we'll do. That's all, like we'll do that for today's session. So we're giving a width as 1080 and height as 1080, and you need not touch these, or like these are let it be default. Artboards or something, you want to create a multiple post on a single source file, then you give up artboards. If you just check on artboards, you can create a multiple canvas, that is multiple photos of 1:1 aspect ratio within the same source file. Else, like if you didn't do like check this, then you want to create another source file, then it will be like quite tough for you to manage in your hard drive or something. So that's the only thing artboards give you. And this is pixel per inch. This can be default, and the background, like the canvas, uh, whether you want to work on white or black, it's totally on you. Rest all it's similar only. Color profile, we'll be looking on sRGB only. That's your display thing. Uh, that's what we prefer. sRGB is more good for your all social media consumption. So we go for sRGB only. Uh, you got a default like presets by Photoshop, and these can be accessed over here. If you want to design UI UX designing, so you want to design for a mobile phone, you can just click on something. So it's more of a preset over here. So for now, we'll just give 1080 into 1080 and create a file. So this is the main workspace. Uh, in workspace, we have multiple things, so it would be like a more of a intimating thing, like what is this, and you people like don't know what is this. So let me take through. And this is canvas. This whole thing is a canvas. Basic, sorry, this is the canvas, like the where you will be working on the uh, photos or elements that you will be using for your uh, tools or for your poster, that is called canvas. And this is a toolbar, and this will be the layer panel. Okay, if you just get like once after installing, you won't be having the same workspace is like this whole thing. This is called workspace. You'll be like having something default. This is like uh, I have kept it for my own preferences. It's more of a customized thing. So you'll be given this. So this is the essential one. You'll be like having this only. So you can just customize whatever, like however you want. Basically, I don't use this and all, so I just remove these things. This is how you remove, and keep it more minimal. Like the tools which you'll be using, if it near to you, it's more easier for you. So that's why I'm just making it more minimal one. So properties, I can throw it over here, and colors, I can throw it over here. Layers. So this is a layer based tool. So what is a layer based is something. For now, the yellow is like on the top of the layer, so it just shows up the first. So if you just move it down, it goes to bottom. So that is what layer based is. So basically stacking up, that's the layer thing. And so I will keep it like this. And something I want to do is maybe I can expand this. Okay. So this is my preferred workspace. So this is how I love to work. So let's just delete this. Delete like backspace or delete for removing the layers. And yeah, this is the toolbar. This is the like most tools like you'll be using on Photoshop is you can find it over here. And this is the move tool, and to just move the thing, this is the select tool to select up the elements. This is same selecting only. These are like I'll just stick to that. Before that, let's say like this is a title bar. You can just create a new file, edit. It's usual thing like same as mobile software, whatever you use, mobile application, whatever you use. You can like find same things only. Type thing is for typing, select is for select, filter is for like filters that you have it on your phone, something similar. You got a 3D feature on Photoshop, which is uh, more of a complex thing. We won't be seeing looking into it today. It's a whole new session. Okay, so it would take time. So view is just to view the. It's just for the workspace things only. Plugins, plugins is something. It's for automation or something. Window, as said, it's for your needs. Like if you want to do you like use Photoshop for painting, you can give painting. So it's painting. So if you want to use Photoshop for 3D thing, it's 3D. So we'll be like keeping it for the essentials, which is our thing. So you want to reset or something. First, we'll just save this workspace, new workspace. Uh, this we created a new this will create a new workspace. It's a user workspace. If you like need to get back everything like whatever you saw in default, you just closed it by mistake. So you just click on essentials and give reset essentials. You'll get everything back. So so till now you have any doubts or something? No, that's a no, right? Okay. This is a menu bar and toolbar, layers panel, and next up, like this is the status bar. Okay. So one you see over here, right? 1080px and 1080px. So this is something like it's just gives you the data of what the canvas size is. You can just change that also by just right clicking that or like giving the arrow. um, like document size, document profile, whatever like whatever thing you just need to see on that status bar can be like you can change it over. Layer count gives you the number of layers that's in the uh, uh file. Let me keep it to top one dimension and stuff. Now I'll just change the workspace to preferred workspace. Okay, so that's the status bar. This is option bar. So option bars are something uh, that tool like options that comes up for the tool. So now you're on move tool. So the like these are for placing the elements according to the canvas. Like this is to the left center, left aligned, right aligned, and center aligned. That's what it just changes for every tool. So now you're in a magic wand tool. This is something, this tool is used to select the object that you see on photo manipulations, um, like changing of the background or something. We use magic wand tool. It's assisted by AI. So I'll just show you the how it works later. It just changes. So like that's what the option bar used for. It just gives you the options of the tools that you're working on. So if you want to add something like I need a like I'm just designing a poster. So of course I need a type. I will using a text on it. So I just need something to align. So align the text. So I just need paragraph. So this is paragraph just to align the things. So it was not showed, it was not on the workspace which I created. So the things like whatever you missed or something, just go check in Windows. You can find that mostly. So if you want, like I removed color, but I need color for my work, so I can give color again. So I can find that. This is what. So you can get the get any of the options from Windows panel, and that's all. Like this is mostly UI part of the Photoshop is. Hope it clear, like it's clear. Yes, right or no? Okay, paragraph thing, this thing. Okay, you can just find it over in window, go to paragraph, click paragraph. It was actually there, so let me remove that. Okay, this is closed. So window, go to window, just leave paragraph. Can it will like it will pop up once a week, just like that. Okay, so that's what like let's go into action, like get a design done. So what can we design something from IEEE itself. Can we design a hiring post? Let's redesign this, or should I need to get some other design, or what can we do? Someone just open up the mic. And which you want? Retro theme. This one. This one. Okay. Okay, let's design something similar. Okay. So yeah, this is like right now it's on selecting. Okay. Actually my tool is move tool, but this part is selected from the previous selection. So I just need to like unselect that part. So what I need to do is like give M, right click, deselect. So this is how you just deselect the part. And let's start with the background. So we're gone for like let's make it a light design one. So let's go for a white background. It's already a white background, but the thing is, it was a canvas thing. Whereas you can see over here, it's a PNG format. Like it's a what to say. You don't have anything on the background actually. So let's create a solid background over here. For that, you just need to click over here. You can find the solid color. This is where like you can find this over uh, here also. uh, Layer, new new field layer. Okay, over here also, but uh, both are same only. You can find menu things over the UI itself. So this is the easiest way. You just click on it, give a solid color, choose a color. Maybe let's go for a light shade. Okay, this is the background we will be using, and we just need a element. So some element related to hackathon. uh, some of the resources where you can find the vectors or the illustrations that you can use on your posters, or Behance, Pinterest, and Dribble. These are three most uh, used websites that you can find a good designs. So you can also use FreePic, which is which is a website where you can find anything like a whole PSD file for your poster. can give a hackathon and you can find. Okay, so this is a whole design. This is of Illustrator file. You can just individually change the color of it and anything. You can do anything. So it's a free, you got a it's a freemium thing. So you got a premium assets also, free assets also. So for premium assets, you'll be like having a crown over here. This is a premium assets. You just need a subscription to download for these files. But whereas these are free assets that you can use on your posters. So can just get a good disk, like you can go with something like this. Okay, so download. Just like that you can drop the image on your canvas. Just like drag that JPEG file. This was AI file, by like by mistake I just clicked on that. So you just need to work on, we'll just you just need this one. Okay, you can just get this from here. So it's like it's taking whole thing. So what we can do is can just make it place somewhere here similar to this design where two people like sitting and looking into their laptop, something like that only. If you want to like change the whole background, like you can see there's a color variation between this thing. You just need only this blue part. What you can do is go to this wand tool. This is magic wand tool. You might have some other tool over here. Like you got, if you right click on this, you can get a multiple selection tools: quick selection, magic wand, object selection. So you just try it out. Whereas object selection, if you, it's totally on AI. Okay, so you can just drag it all over, and it just clips the part which you which that is selected. So you need not need this. We just need this part, this characters. So what you can do is this has selected some other part which we don't want. So same thing, right click, deselect. So now the selection will be gone. So we take a magic wand tool, and this tool, what it does is you just need to click on the paths. So this is a pixel based tool. So it just identifies individual pixels of same color. So I've clicked on this blue shirt. So it finds the blue thing, all the blue pixels like similar pixel color, and just select that part. And we just need to do similar thing for every element that you need in the from this file. So you just keep on selecting which will whatever like element you just need. So we just need these parts. So one other go is what you can do is same. This is one way to do, and again deselect, select. Over here you can just find color range from menu bar. Just go to select color range, and you can just click on this and reduce the fuzziness. So now this part will be getting selected. So give OK. So like most of it is selected. Uh, but I feel like we just need these things also. So we again go to Magic Wand tool and just click this part. It's a time consuming process, but you just need to be patient while like doing graphic design. That's the primary thing. So for now, you just watch the uh, session. Like you need not work alongside me because I haven't provided you software also. Sorry, I totally forgot about it. So just watch the thing, whatever I'm doing, and I'll just provide you with the software once after the session. I'll just drop you the drive link so you can download from there. Or if you have, it's good. You can just work work with me itself. But yeah. Now it's selected. Like most of the thing what I want is it like got selected. Still this part are missing. So what I can do is go to object selection and just add this to my selection. So this is how you just use multiple tools just for the selection itself. So still I can find there are some deselection over here. This is other tool, quick selection tool. If it's just like you can rub on the part whichever you want, it just gets selected. And if you hold on alternate key on your keyboard and use the same tool, it just change into minus. You can just see, like within the circle, you can just see it just changes into minus. So what it does is it just removes like by mistake you have selected this part also, but I just need to remove this thing. So holding alt can just deselect this part, so it doesn't comes within your selection. So this is how you select the part, whatever element you want from the photo that you took from the internet, and you want to like add every element. So that is how we do designing. So control J to just get the part that you have selected. Now you can see just the part whatever we have selected is created as a new layer over here. Previously it was something like this. To hide a layer, you have a eye tool over here. Just click on that, you can hide that layer and have it. So next thing we'll be having our event type, like event logo. So create a logo. We are not going to create a logo. It's just a time consuming process. This would take you like 15 more minutes. So we'll just create a simple thing for Webshare. So sorry, give T for type, or you can just select from the menu toolbar for the type, T for type, and just click on the canvas and type Webshare. This is given, but this is too small. What you want to do is transform this. To transform this, what you give is Control T to transform the layer, like whatever you just select, like the layer which is selected, giving a command T puts up in the transform mode, and you can just transform it. So I have selected this part. I just need to make it bigger. So what I do need to do is uh, click the layer, command Control T, and the thing comes over around the borders, and holding shift you can just resize without making it compressed. So if you're not holding shift, and if you just do, it just goes like this. But with holding shift, it's more of a fixed thing. It doesn't changes its dimensions. So you just keep it in the same dimension or whatever it however it is. So let's keep it like this. Now I just need to make the Webshare type text bigger. So what I need to do is like click on the layer, command Control T, and holding shift. I'm just making it bigger and placing it in center. Okay. So let's work on the font. So how you change the font is like either you can just select the layer and clicking on the character can change the font of it. Okay. And if you are not finding this thing, what you want to do is again go to works windows and find character. That's it. So you get the character window. So you can just change the font of it. So just select this part, and let's go to something more sharper. Maybe Helvetica. Okay, Helvetica bold works. That's it. So you want to change you can also change the font size by like from here also. So now it's an 81 pt. Pt is points, 81 points. It's something like kind of SI unit only for the fonts. So let's keep it 80. I'm just rounding it 80 pt. And you want to increase the kerning. Kerning is something distance between the letters. So to just change that bit, you can just give this. It just changes the spacing between the each letter. Let's keep it to zero itself. Okay, that's I'm just saying whatever it's there in the panel. This is something to just increase the spacing between these two. It's for that. Keep it auto and remove this. Okay. Now kept something you want to like. This is more of a simpler thing. The sure it's not looking something. It's not more of a more attractive one. So let's make it more attractive by using some options that is built in with a Photoshop. So what how you can just access it? Right click on the layer, you get blending options. Go to blending options, and over here you can find multiple options. Let's give it a stroke. Stroke is something around this. You can see like a line around the letters, each character. So that is called stroke. So let's give it a to change the color of the stroke. Let's just click on that, and maybe we give this and in fill we can just go to. You can also change the color of the fill. Fill is something which is within the around the borders. You like filling part of the character. Let me show more clear. Select this. This is the fill. Okay, given a fill of white over here, uh, so that it will look good, I guess. So okay. So again, copy that layer. To copy the layer, just click on the layer, Control C, Control V. Now it's copied, and I'm testing something like this. Remove the stroke, give it a fill like this. So we got something similar to this. So we have given us something. This is this was a fill, which was a gradient fill we used, and for the stroke we have used a pattern layer. Let me show that also. It's easier only, but takes time. Blending options, pattern overlay, and give it something like this. You can get some similar pattern, something like this one. Like you can see over here, something similar to that. That is something else which was made in Illustrator. This was totally made in Illustrator, so you won't be finding the same patterns on Photoshop. Okay. So this is how we give a pattern overlay, and yeah, like you just check through this and you can find many things. You just play with this, so you'll learn. So pattern overlay, something like that. Gradient overlay. Okay. These are presets. You can also change the gradient of it by just like clicking this thing, this little box, uh, this and this part for the other darker side or lighter one, whatever you want to use. Since I made the made a wrong thing by creating another color, what I would do is like click on that and give a delete button, so it deletes. It's get deleted. So we won't be using the gradient and all. This other something you can just use in Photoshop to create different types of filters or something you call it. Okay, so you won't be using that. We have this itself, and okay, now you just need to have a tagline. So to create a tagline, give it T, click. What is the tagline? A journey towards full stack. Uh, to zoom in, you just give Control plus, or you can just use your trackpad to zoom. You just need to pinch. So that is how you zoom. And again T, click on the text layer, and what was the thing? A journey towards. Control T. I used Control T just to transform the thing. Again a Control T to move and placing it in center. You can also use move tool, which from here click the layer and give this. So you just like Photoshop itself will place for you in the center. This is for the let's say x-axis, and this is for the y-axis. Okay. And what else to be added? The location and the date. For that, you just need these icons. To get that icons, what you can use is flat icon. It's our other website. Uh, where you can find icons. Okay, so give it location or venue. Let me use this. Actually, now like you can just right click. Oh, it's not working. Okay, sorry for that. Just like that, you can just get the icon from flat icon, or like need not go to that. Yeah, use the Google search itself. Google search itself. Just like putting a location icon. Um, Control T again, giving it this thing. But like we just need to use the same color, so it just looks more appealing. So what we want to do is um, same right click. Now it's in black color, like you can see. I don't know whether you can see. Now it's in black color. We just need to change the color of it. One thing what you can do is, it's an easier trick. So right click, blending options again. Now it's color overlay. Last time we used gradient overlay to just give a overlay of gradient, and pattern overlay to give the pattern thing. Now we are just giving a color overlay, clicking the color panel, using a dropper. We're just getting that thing. Okay, now it's done. I'm just giving Control T, holding Shift, using mouse. Okay. And another icon. What is that? Date. Show. I'll use this. It's from flat icon only again. But right click again, copy image, Control V, Control T, transform, zoom, just keep it near so that you can just see the size of it, like keep to the same size. Okay, now it's done. Give it enter. And easier trick is you just need to recolor this again. What you can do is, you need not go to blending options again and do that thing again. what you can do is right click on the location, scroll down, copy layer style, click on the layer, right click, scroll down, paste layer style. Now it's done. Control, select the layer, Control T, and move it. Okay. So now let's see something else. Now I just need to group this. So whenever I move this, I feel that this is too low. So if I move this, I just need to move both the layers, selecting the both layers. So it's going to be a time consuming thing. What I can do is click this layer and the bottom layer, which is this stroke one, just holding control. I can select this, select the both layers, right click, link layers. Where is the link layers? Link layers. Okay, you can find it by right clicking link layers. Now if you just select like any of the merged file, a merged layer, if you move that, both of the layers get moved. Like it's more easier thing. I'll just move this and also Control T, holding shift. Okay, now this, and I just need to make this as a logo or a single element. Considering this and this would be like I won't be changing anything between this, like the spacing or something between this, but I would be like repositioning this sometime later. So how I do that? Now I'm not gonna link that thing. One other trick is click the click whatever layer you want to group by holding control, or what you can do is click on the first layer and the layer, like you want to select the layers between this and this. Select the first layer and the last layer, which like whichever you want to select, layers between that get selected also. Holding shift, if you click this, the all the layers between this and this get selected. If you're going to hold control and select, you want to select, if you do the same thing like selecting this and holding control and selecting this, only these two layers get selected, whereas this won't be getting selected. So to select all the layers between the uh, top and bottom layers, hold shift and click the like top bottom layer. So layers between those two layers get selected, and holding control and giving it a G groups it. Now this whole thing is grouped, which I consider it as a logo or the event name. Okay, so which I won't be changing it in future. So this is fixed. So now whole thing is selected. Now selecting the group, giving it a Control T, I can select the whole thing. Previously, I just need to select each of the layer and resize it and reposition it. But whereas now I can just select the group and giving it a Control T, I can move. I can I can also do blending options. If I need to change the whole color palette, I feel like this color palette won't work, I can right click on this, give it a blending options again, and going to color overlay and do that also. But whereas if you see, like the stroke is and all missing because it considered like the group is considered as a single layer. So that's why overlay is applied to uh, apply throughout the layer. So this we need not need this. I'm just giving you like you can do this also, something like that. But what we can do is like we can give it a glow. Anyway, the glow won't be showing because you are on the lighter thing. So inner glow, you can see over a journey. Like on journey, you can see something. Okay. I'm using Control plus to just zoom into it. Okay, you can see it, right? So if you are on a black background, you could have easily seen that we are using glow. So we need not need this also. We can keep it simple. Now this is done. So I want to group this and this, or you need not group this because we just need to add text to this. We just need to give it a venue name and the dates. So for now we need not group this, but we can just move the position, like reposition it by just giving it a holding control and selecting the layers and giving the control T again, and we can just transform, give it a escape. It just reposition to the previous, like previous state, whatever wherever it was. But what you want to do is, like, we just need to move it up. So giving the control T, move it up and give enter now. So it just gets fixed over there. Now again T for text layer, giving a menu hall 2, and control T, selecting the layer, control T. So now we're going to use the fundamentals of graphic designing. So now as you see, like, everything is like, weight of the fonts are too heavy. Like, you don't see any difference between the uh, event name and the tagline and the venue. So what we just need to do is selecting the layer, going to the character panel. Now it's in bold weight. So we'll give it a regular one. Now change to regular and make it 24. Space between this. Give it control T. I'm using arrows now, not the mouse. I'm using arrows. Holding shift and giving arrows will move the layer by 8 pixels. Without using shift, if you just use just the arrows, it will just move 1 px. Okay, 1 pixels. So I'll keep it in center. This is the center. Now I'm just using the same. I just need to use the same font and same font style. So what I will do is selecting the layer, holding Alt, just go back. Now it's in type tool. You can see the, like, the icon of the tool is now it's in type tool. Give it a V. Now it's in move tool. Selecting V on the keyboard gives you a move tool, or you can just go click over here. Now selecting the layer, holding Alt. Now you can see the cursor changes. It's now in copy state. You just drag it, and now it's copied. Now I just need to give it a date, 28. Control T, selecting the layer, Control T. Okay. Sometimes Photoshop will not give you the this yellow thing, like the snipping. Like, this is called snipping. So it just gets to, like, gives this pink lines are called snipping. What you can do is open the rulers. These are the rulers, whatever you see over here, the rulers on, like, similar to Word. If you don't find that, you can give it a control or, so you get that. Dragging, move your mouse to the ruler and just drag from top. Now we get a line, so we can keep to the center. Now, sorry, now we have a fixed snip thing. Okay, so instead of, like, assisted one, you'll have this one throughout your file. If you want to hide this thing, give it holding control and semicolon hides that. If you want that back again, control again a semicolon gives you. Okay, now this whole thing is, like, is in, like, aligned to the right. What I need to do is selecting all the layers, like these layers, this date, um, the venue name, and the icons of both the things. Holding top layer, clicking the top layers, holding shift, and giving selecting the bottom layer. I can select everything with, like, between all the layers between that, and give it a control T. Now placing it in center. Now it's placed. Okay, I'm hiding the guidelines. That's it. Okay. Still, what we just need to add. So we just left off with logos. Before that, I feel this is too empty. So what we can do is we can add some background or some other elements related to hackathon or something. Um, where over here we have used JS something uh, because this is dark background, it just fills whole background and it doesn't feel empty. But whereas if you see in our case, it's like more looking, it's more simple and not that great. So we just need to uh, add some elements or give it a background. So what we can do is again, let's go to Pinterest now. What can I keep? Let's keep this itself. Yeah, let's keep this itself. Right click, copy image, control V. You can see this is like the image itself has a white background, so it just taking like overlaying the whole design. So to just remove the unnecessary things, like we need not using the selection tool because this is a it will take a lot of time. So easy thing is going to the selecting the layer, go to select, click the color range, and let's select the white part with the filler and give it a OK. The whole thing is selected. Give it a delete or backspace on the keyboard. That deletes whole thing. And now, like you want to select, what you want to do is to deselect this. You just give it a W. It just gives you a WAN tool and right click, deselect. Now Control T. Before that, I just need to move the layer to the bottom so it goes behind everything. And Control T. This would be heavy. What I will do is I'll make a multiples of this same layer. Give V on your keyboard. Control T. Move this. Keep it like this. Option or sorry Alt on your keyboard. Just duplicate the layers. Or what you can do is you can see like whenever I'm just trying to move this, the background gets selected. To avoid that, what you can do is click on the layer and give it a lock. So you won't be selecting that thing. Now selecting the layer, I'm just sorry, still it works. Sorry. Okay, maybe I'll hide it. Okay, you can see over here the auto select is selected, which like Photoshop itself selects its on its own. So we can just uncheck that and select the layer option. Select these three layers. Control C, Control V, Control T. That thing. Now selecting everything. Holding Shift. Select everything. I'm going to group that. Control G. Grouped it. Give it a name. Doodle. Double clicking this folder gives you the uh, renaming thing. So double click on the group. You can just rename it to whatever you want to keep it. And right click, blending options. Let's give it a same blue color overlay. Okay, now this is totally off. What you can do is go to opacity, reduce the opacity. Maybe can give it 10. Uh, till now you have any doubts or something? Hello. Okay. Now let's place the logos. It's in my work drive. I'm going to IEEE logos and selecting using control again, selecting the logos whatever I want. This, maybe this and this, and dragging it, sizing it. Okay. Now selecting both, using control, selecting both the layers, giving the control T and resizing it and moving it a bit. Whenever you just design, uh, there's some like uh, design rule. You just need to use the 80% of the canvas only. So you just need to give the like 20% top to the every sides. So uh, what I'm saying is like give it a 20% of um, border. It need not be accurate or something. And just like that, it's like simply you can give it just like that. Okay, now like use you just need to use within this only. So whenever you just design, keep this in your mind, so that if you're gonna give it for a print or something, maybe the print media uses a cutting steel of something. So the designs whichever you made out of the canvas, like you might have made it within the canvas only, but due to cut style, it might get removed off. So that like you just need to keep it within 20%, like 80% of your canvas. So that is how you keep it. You can use ruler guidelines for that, but now I just need not need that. So giving the control semicolon removes guidelines from it, and I feel this is heavy also. Selecting this thing, regular, maybe, yeah, regular. Okay. So anything else we can add up or something? So what else we left? Maybe we can add this kind of a box to it around the thing. To do that, click on the shape over here. Right click. Now it's in polygonal shape or a triangle shape. Right click. Give it a rectangle without shift. If you hold shift, it's gonna be perfect thing. It's gonna be in a square format. But without holding shift, you can just make it your own desired shape of a rectangle or something. So giving it this a stroke of blue color, this blue, and fill maybe a lighter one. This blue, I can use this blue. To do that, just click on the color panel, eyedropper. Okay, Control T. extras. But whereas here we have used a rounded corners, let's use same. Like since our logo is like most of the things which are used on our poster is rounded, so we'll do the same for this also. Click on the rectangle, give it properties. Or properties you can find. Just scroll down. You can find the find this thing to like make it rounded. Previously it was something like this. Okay. Now I'm giving it a round of 20 px. Just so you want to resize like get to the like normal zoom. So what you can do is giving the control 0 just makes it fit in with your screen. It just gets fitted with your screen. So this is how we do. And oh like
Thank you. Thanks for joining this session.